Hi, I'm Yvette Hernandez, and you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream. I'm here with Raquel Paulino. Hey. Hi. And I'm here with George Gonzalez.
How you doing?
Guys, we have a wonderful, wonderful show today. We're going to be talking about Hispanics and how they are doing so many things to beautify themselves, how many changes they make, all this cosmetic stuff that we've been talking about for years, and it's now national news about one of our people, one of our Hispanics that's actually doing some things to his body that we're going to talk about a lot about. But we're also going to talk about the English as a second language, how you can find classes, and also to be very careful how you can get scammed doing some of these classes, paying for whatever. We have Cesar Mateus interview today, and we have our country mascots and our symbols as well, right, guys?
Icons.
Yeah.
Come on, let's hit it. Let's hit it. We've got something really important to talk about. I mean, national news is always talking about Donald Trump. Let's talk about something different today.
Amen.
Let's get down to something really interesting that's been on the internet for a very long time now.
Tell me about it.
We're talking about people doing different types of cosmetics. We're talking about the Hispanic people always want to look skinny, you know, little waist, big bottoms. So they're using a lot of these.
You sound like you have a problem with that.
Well,
I don't have a problem
with that.
Actually,
let me tell
that's
you.
a good thing. That's a good thing.
Hey, I've been using una faja. That's what los hispanos le dicen, una faja. As soon as I had my daughter,
yes,
they put me in a faja. And that's what women's use to keep
the corset back in the day.
The corsets, right?
The full body waist trainers.
The waist trainers, that's what they're calling them now.
The nice, electronic pulsation is like, yeah.
I
had one of those for like 10 seconds, doesn't work.
But they have that for men too, right?
Yeah.
But there's something really,
Girl,
really wrong when you do something so drastic like, what do we have out there?
When a girl does it, it's okay, it's accepted, You see the Kardashians, they're all over the place, and
right.
That's all implants. But when a guy does it, ooh, you gotta stop it. Because now we have Mr. Sammy Sosa.
Right.
He's actually no longer black. He's white.
Right. He's bleaching his skin.
He started with a cream. He decided that's gonna be real nice, just to lighten his skin, and all of a sudden now he went to the music awards and he is pale.
He looks like Count Dracula. I'm sorry,
sorry.
Simon. We love you, but I mean, you really look pale.
But you know what? People thought that he had.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I want to make sure there's no disease. There's nothing going on in the background.
That's a cool thing. First thing I thought is like, oh, Michael Jackson all over.
Right.
But it's not. He actually debunked that. He's like, no, it's just a cream I'm using, and I'm just liking it.
He likes it. He likes it.
He loves his look, and I'm like, oh. Really?
Right. Now, I wonder what you guys are thinking out there. If you guys have seen this, Twitter, Facebook us, Instagram us, let us know what you think about that. We're going to continue talking about it right here.
Well, I think probably it comes from a place where even in our countries, regardless of which country you're in, white means power. And so...
Oh my gosh, you bring something up that's very interesting.
Thin means power and beauty, and you have attached yourself. So both pieces, both the faja and the cream, get us closer to power and access.
If you don't los hispanos piensan eso.
Claro que sí, claro que sí.
Ponte a pensar, hay maneras, and there's other places. I mean, think about how society perceives a good-looking person. I mean, the better jobs are held by better-looking people.
Correct.
If you want a promotion, most of the guys that are in the corporate world, what do? They go work out, they get puffed up.
But let me tell you, being light-skinned does not necessarily mean you're more good-looking, because there's a lot of people suntanning.
No, I'm not saying
there's a lot of people that hit the suntan. What do you think we have? All those, what do you call it? Those places where people suntan. Tanning booths. Why? Because tan is beautiful.
But a tan is something that it's temporary.
Right.
And so I think what people are trying to make are long-term changes to associate themselves with power and having a lack of self-love and appreciation for who they are culturally as Latinos.
The cool thing about it is any country that you visit, I mean, you can go to the Dominican Republic, you can go to Cuba, you can go to Puerto Rico, Mexico, whatever. We have an array of colors and skin tones and such a blend. There's not a true racial distinction on the country anymore. But when you go from extreme dark skin to extreme light
Yeah,
skin,
then you no longer look like
it's
yourself.
like-
I mean, when he showed me the picture of Sammy Sosa last week, I was like, who's that?
I'm like,
He's
wow.
That's Sammy Sosa.
The-
You guys are gonna have to
Oh,
show
no.
me in the segment.
Yeah, we're
Well,
gonna have to show you.
I will tell you. I'll look it
He's
up.
gonna look it up.
I'll look it up and I'll
I
show you.
saw
'Cause-
an old picture.
Look it up and show
Not
me.
the
Oh,
one with the
definitely.
music show.
Because no, it's really strange. I mean, they show a before and after shot.
Oh, no, it's
and it's just
absolutely-
been all over the internet. It's been everywhere.
And this
you
is
know.
recent.
Yeah, it's very recent. Very recent. I mean, everyone is entitled to their opinion, and if that's how he feels good, then okay, more
I will-
power to you, buddy. More power to you.
I will
But
tell you
know
this.
I'm
I
gonna
would
go
love.
suntanning.
I would love to hear what our
Viewers have to say,
because I am
yeah,
telling you, there's.
I would love to hear that.
I heard ESPN. They were talking about it, and they're like, "That's him."
That's him
come
right
on,
there.
come on.
And this is recent. Let me see.
This
Yes,
is
that's
at
him,
the,
that's
at the
him.
Univision
wish I could-
Awards.
Show it to you guys.
Look,
But
look. Oh my goodness, yes.
wow.
Look at the
This
difference.
is
Look at the
a big,
difference.
big difference.
Right?
Yeah, look it up online. I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
will see how many comments. ESPN had a blast
So
with this.
when we talk about healthy body changes, we're talking about doing something really healthy for yourself. I wonder if that's really healthy. I don't know if that's healthy to be
I don't
bleaching
know,
your
I don't
skin.
know.
I mean,
Bleaching
bleach is
is-
a really tough agent, and I know that it might penetrate the skin and all that. I hope
think-
that he's staying healthy.
you'll
That's all,
see- you'll see
Sammy,
different
stay
things.
healthy out there. Be you, but be very careful. And we really love you, and we just hope that that lightening of the skin really makes you happy, because we really don't recognize who he is anymore. He really looks different. But if you guys are watching, if you're just tuning in, you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez, and I'm here with Raquel Paulino and George Gonzalez.
And we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream.
Hi guys, we're back, and you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez,
I'm Raquel Paulino.
and I'm here with,
George Gonzalez.
and I almost said George Lopez, but I know.
Here we go again. I'm telling you, that's got to
George
change.
Gonzalez,
Look at my
people,
face though;
George
it's like
Gonzalez.
flawless.
Yo soy Gonzalez.
Señor, Speedy. No.
Now, well, we want to introduce you to English as a second language. I know it's very important because a lot of people are taking classes and going online and looking and Googling different types of classes. We want to give you some warnings about
There's,
certain
you know,
classes, right?
I actually found out there's a couple of churches that are giving classes for free as well.
The churches are the best.
I think so.
Because
I think
you
so.
can't say that there has been a scam in one of the churches, I don't think.
No, I think that what we're looking for is somebody who depends on what type of English language
Correct.
goals you have.
Right.
And so if you're introducing English, there's no need to pay up front
Right.
for those
There-
first few classes. So if you have family members that are looking to become proficient,
Pero hay personas que no necesitan inglés para buscar trabajo ni nada de eso, que pueden coger esas clasecitas en las iglesias. Y
But it's
cosas
always
así.
good. Listen, and I'm always a
no,
pro-
sí, yo estoy diciendo que si quieren comenzar a tomar la clase, que la pueden comenzar en la iglesia y después seguir y darle seguimiento.
Exactly.
Oh,
One
thing I will say though.
Did you see what she just said? I mean, sometimes we talk about English as a second language as we thinking this person needs to learn proper English. They're going to have to learn how to read, write, and everything else. You can't go to a church and learn all that. But let's say you're an elderly person and you're just trying to, or maybe you're just getting into a little bit of English and you can start the basics at the church classes.
I think
right?
think so.
I come from a different, like old school.
Right.
I think if you're in the country, you should speak the language out of
Yes,
respect. Out of respect
yes.
first, and second, try to learn, you know, the normal procedures like your signs. And you're driving in this country. You have emergency signs that you have to be accustomed. I mean,
Well, those are safety issues.
correct.
So I
correct.
don't think that that's too. If we were to go to China and get in the car,
Right.
we would be expected to learn how to read the signs.
But you know
and get
something? You'd be
around.
surprised. You'd be surprised how many people come from our countries and decide, I'm not going to learn.
No,
Let them
no,
accost-
no.
Yeah, let them get to me instead of me getting to them.
No, but you want to learn English, and like I was saying, that some of these classes can be a scam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we're trying to warn our viewers that when you are looking for English as a second language classes, please
Do your research. Yeah,
do
do
your
the-
research.
There's-
Chequen bien,
there's enough-
miren bien, pregunten. Si ya una amiga tuya está cogiendo las clases, then you can say it's a legal class.
Correct. There's a
If
lot
somebody's
of
already taken that class, then you can say it's
There's a
legal
lot of
class. But
resources,
Raquel,
though.
you told me way back when that one of your friends got scammed.
Yes, actually, one of my employees, she asked to change her schedule, and she was scammed by one of these schools that had her fill out paperwork for financial aid, and it was an expensive class. and then at the end of the semester, she re-enrolled and the tuition doubled.
Oh,
So
wow.
just be careful. I'm not saying that it's not working or that it's not.
No, not only that, accreditation too. It will be an issue. Yeah, it will
Accreditation
be an
and
issue.
Better Business Bureau. Just look up enough information about the places. There's
Right.
apps as well, Yvette. You want to talk a little bit about?
The different apps? Not really, because I really don't need English as a second language, but I mean, if you guys.
Well,
really
that's
need-
depending on what time of day we talk to you.
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, a couple of drinks later, you're not speaking English.
No, no estoy hablando mucho
Okay.
inglés, no.
Habla chino.
Pero yo no sé lo que está hablando Jorge. But
Okay. But as a second language, there's so many good schools, and we can actually put it on Facebook. We can put a
Right.
couple of links so we can
Right.
go in and see the reputable places.
Oh, yes, guys. Please look it up. Please do your research. Be careful. Don't get scammed. There's some places out there taking money, saying that they're teaching a class, and maybe they're not. Do your research. Make sure you look everything up properly. When we tell you to take English as a second language, we would love for you guys to get educated, but we don't want you to get scammed. So just be very careful when you do that. We have a great interview coming up, guys. We have Cesar Mateus coming up.
Yeah.
And if you're just watching, you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. And we have a great interview.
That's right, though. Wait until you come back. We promise we're going to enjoy this interview with Cesar Mateos. He is
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. Hi guys, just like we promised you, we have a great interview for you today. We have Cesar Mateos with us today. Cesar, so good to have you with us today.
Thank you for having
and
me,
I
Yvette.
know that you and Raquel are friends, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, she's the one who introduced us, and so I'm so glad she did because Cesar's got a great story to tell you guys. And I'm just hoping that everything you hear today is going to be inspiring to you guys because, of course, we want to hear everyone's journey, and we definitely want to hear Cesar's journey.
It'd be my pleasure to
It'll
share.
be, yes, excellent. Cesar, how did you get to the USA?
Well, I came to the U.S. after I finished my college back home in Colombia.
Okay.
And I came to do my grad school. I was dreaming to be a mathematician, and I came to school for that. And
You did.
in the middle of my 5 years in Texas,
Okay.
I decided to change my path.
So when you came to the U.S., you landed in Texas.
I landed in Texas.
Any Texans out there? He landed in Texas. And how was that for you? When you first saw Texas,
It was a shock because I landed on a college town called College Station, Texas.
oh my goodness.
So moving from an 8 million people city in Bogota, I landed in a 60,000 small town where everybody was young and they all went to school. And that is something that you don't see in any other place
In
except in
place.
the US.
Right, so was it like, so no Hispanics, no había nadie que hablaba español para...
We had a few Hispanics, but really the majority of people close to me were either Americans, Indians, or Chinese. That was the majority of
Oh
the
my
students
goodness.
where I was.
So you came to the United States to broaden your horizons, to study some more.
Correct.
Okay, llegaste a estudiar. ¿Y qué pasó?
Well, it was a really challenging 5 years, especially at the beginning, because I didn't know the language. I knew enough to read a little bit, but going to the street was definitely an adventure.
Oh my goodness. No English at all.
No English at all. And really, it's the little things that sometimes make your life difficult. I'll give you an example. One time, I sent a letter to get some documents, and I wrote the address in the wrong corner of the envelope, and I ended up sending the letter to myself. So you can imagine how it feels to go open your mailbox and find the letter you sent to yourself, and just knowing, wow, I don't even know
What
how
happened
to
here?
send
What
a
happened?
letter.
I don't know what's going on.
You get a lot out of it.
You
So
get a lot of help. You get a lot of people helping you. And so back home, the teachers are tougher. You need to know this. You have to study this. You have to read it. If you don't read it, he's going to get on you. Where here, they're like, you didn't read it, you got another day. You'll learn a few more times. Yes.
It's a little bit. So I used to have this teacher who used to give us some like religious studies class.
Okay,
I went to a
okay.
Catholic school
Right,
in Colombia.
right.
And he used to say, an A is for God,
Oh, wow.
a B is for the author of the book,
Okay.
you know, a C plus is for the teacher, and everybody else gets a C or below. That's something you would
Wow.
never see in the United States. So when
No.
you have to live through that again, you get these little extra
Yeah,
poise,
push. It's
extra
like a push.
gear.
You have to make it.
Correct.
Cesar, so wonderful to hear. And what's like being a Latino living in the United States? What would you tell our community? What would you tell them? What would you say? What would you give them for an advice?
I think it's a combination of things. I think one of them is know what you have as an asset, as a Hispanic.
Right.
And again, sometimes it's working hard, sometimes it's being resourceful, sometimes a combination of many things.
Sometimes it could be our language, like you said.
Correct.
Being a linguist, learning, being Hispanic, being Spanish. Do you think that helped you with your job position as well?
Actually, yes. The job I currently hold involves a lot of work with people from Aeromexico in
Right.
Mexico, or people from a Brazil airline called GOL. And just knowing Spanish
Right.
helps a lot, because you can go and speak to everyone as opposed to go and speak only to the ones who
So
speak
your advice
English.
would be for us to continue.
Definitely leverage the language skills.
Right, right.
And I would say,
You said believe in yourself.
I would
as
say
well, right?
believe in yourself.
Believe
yes.
in yourself and believe in what you have and who you are.
Correct. I see a lot of Hispanics who achieve a lot and they go to school, they finish college,
Right.
and somehow they keep behaving as if they didn't belong,
Oh,
as if they did not deserve to have a career.
Right, right.
And I think doing a little bit of own self-brainwashing
Self-
and convincing
See,
yourself
guys?
that you can do it
Yeah.
just changes that little bit on how you come across to open
Guys,
doors and get
What a
opportunities.
wonderful, I love it. I love it. That's great advice, guys. Just listen to what our professional here is saying. The Colombian born coming into the United States. Believe in yourself. Cree en ti mismo. Cree que tú lo puedes hacer y hazlo. Y no te olvides de tu cultura, no te olvides de tu lengua, no te olvides de ti. Sé lo que tú eres and become whatever you want to become here in the United States. Cesar, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was good to have you. Thank you. It was great
pleasure.
having you, guys. We'll be back. The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream.
If you have a story to tell, make sure you hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or even send us an email. You never know, your story could be aired on our next show.
Hi, guys. Thank you. You're watching a great show. We're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm Raquel Paulino.
I'm George Gonzalez. Sometimes I forget who am I.
That is George Gonzalez
When it
right
comes to
there.
George Gonzalez, I could be that.
George, you're too funny, man. We're going to do it like a quick overview, guys. What we talked about was healthy changes on our bodies, and we talked about how, ¿cómo que se llama?
We want to love ourselves,
Sí, we
take
want to love
care of
ourselves.
ourselves, make good decisions.
You know something? I love that interview with Cesar. That was so amazing.
That
All the
was a
things he had to
great
say.
interview,
I mean,
yeah.
being from Colombia and coming in this country without having to speak the language, meeting somebody from the Lebanon and actually
I'm glad you mentioned
communicating.
the interview because
I am telling you, it's amazing.
it was amazing.
Every time I hear journeys like that, is what we do. We love what we do.
Right.
Yeah, and don't forget we talked about English as a second language as well, and we want you guys to be careful. But yes, Cesar Mateus was awesome.
Yeah.
I think oh my God, he made me laugh, especially when he said, que él dijo de que yo llegué aquí a los Estados Unidos, no hablaba ni una palabra de inglés. And he had what was
poco,
it, two
do-
vodka?
do-
He had
do
two
traguito.
vodka with his friend.
Como,
in college,
like
and
my son was
they
saying.
started speaking
my
English
dude.
to each other. Like everything was in equipment, like that equipment or this equipment, whatever it was. He was saying it was cute. It was cute how they made up their own language.
They still do though, if you think about it. I mean,
They
they're-
connected.
We,
They
we
connected.
do it. I shouldn't say they. We do it all
We
the
do
time.
it all the
I mean, la
time.
troca, come on.
La troca, we know that.
La
That's what it
yarda.
means. So, I mean, and then you learn English through them.
Absolutely.
That's why it's important to do your English as a second language, though. But I mean, he did catch on really fast.
He's
And for him to
amazing.
be here the years he's been here, and the way he speaks English now, wow,
He's amazing.
it's amazing. Guys, let's talk about some mascots, some symbols. What can we talk about? This is gonna be
All right,
funny.
I was talking to Yvette earlier. What do you think when I say sombrero?
Mexico.
Mexico, right?
Why? Mexico's targeted a lot when you guys think about animals as well.
The jalapeno.
That's right. Not necessarily an animal.
Listen,
but
I
a
had
fruit or
I had
vegetable.
I had a client. I worked at McDonald's when I was in high school, and this old lady will come in and will tell me, "Can you make me a fajita with jalapenos?" And I'm like, "What?"
Oh Lord.
Yeah, a fajita with jalapenos, and I'm like, "Okay."
You guys know what a fajita is?
A fajita, come on. You
Tell us what it is.
A fajita, come on.
Una fajita.
Una fajita con jalapenos. But,
Man,
I thought George was talking about a disgusting disease. Fajita.
Fragile, you're fragile.
But yeah, there's so many cool things you see. You know. Yeah, I think I killed her though. But that's another story. That would be another segment.
Definitely another segment.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
can talk about that next
How not to kill your elderly clients with fajitas
With fajita.
and
So now,
Well, you know what, taco? When you guys see a taco, what do you think?
Mexico.
Right.
But you know
there's
what?
different foods and different
But you know,
animals
even a
that
date
kinda
though, you say Cinco de Mayo. What? I mean, come
Right,
on.
That's true too.
But I've learned that they don't really celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
we
learned the last time.
we absolutely do. We do.
We're in America.
And the
We're
little-
talking about American
the-
Hispanics, and
the
you're
little-
talking about us. So that's how we feel about it.
right,
When you
right.
say Cinco de Mayo, we really do think Mexican. We do.
We do. We do.
We
We do.
Any other animals that we can think about that talk
Worm.
about different countries? The worm.
Inside the tequila bottle.
Oh, no, yes. Inside the tequila bottle, that's right. Still Mexico. Oh,
You know, we just we love our Mexican brothers and
That
sisters. Oh my God.
oh, man, I hope we have inspired you today. I'm glad that you joined us. We had a great show. If you're just tuning in, you missed a great show. You're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. And we'd like to thank those who watched us today. So, Raquel, we had so much fun learning about the different topics and the different things. And we hope that we've inspired you to look up your English as a second language classes.
That's very important, guys. Come
Very
on.
important. And so thank you for watching us, guys.
Yes, thanks for watching. And make sure to connect with us online and tell us about your own journey.
That's right.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter.
That's right, guys. Please follow us. And I would also like to invite our local businesses to please give us a call. Tell us your story. We'd love to go to your location and do a little shoot there and hear your story. So please hit us up on these social medias like you heard us before. Let's hit us up on those. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm George Gonzalez.
And I'm Raquel Paulino.
And we'll see you next week. Hasta la vista.